What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gray Rabbit Finance. I'm your host, Tyler, and today I will be updating the Ichimoku technical analysis for all the major indices for the month of October 2023. Let's hop in. Okay, guys, this is the S&P 500 on the monthly chart. And so, as you can see, we've had price close above the Kijun-sen and the Tenkan-sen. We have a gold cross, and we have the Chico span tracing the candles up, right? Now, I've gone and added some Elliott wave analysis to this. And so I'm going to just show you guys that real quick. So we have wave 1, 2, wave 3, 4, and the next wave up should be wave 5, right? And so in Elliott wave analysis, technically you have this wave pattern with 5 different labels, and then you usually have an ABC correction. Now this is just basic Elliott wave theory, and it gets a lot more complex than that. But I've just gone and done the basic analysis with that here. And so I'm expecting wave 5 to start continuing up. And, in the previous analysis, I was expecting further downside in the market. But as you can see, that price has retraced so far back. We didn't get a hold of the 0.5 retracement level and the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement levels. Neither of those levels held, which would confirm an N wave down further. And so since we've had such a far retracement back up, we need to reevaluate the previous ideas of further downside. And so as I reevaluated that, I went back through and counted the Elliott wave structure, and I'm starting to see a whole different story playing out. Now, if you guys are on Twitter, you'll see there's a lot of bears. There's a lot of people who have bearish sentiment right now. And I think that's exactly the reason why you're going to see the stock market rip higher. And that's because all these shorts, all the people who are already short are starting to get liquidated as price moves higher, right? So as they put their stop losses in these levels, they're going to start getting liquidated. And I'm expecting that we're at least going to, and especially if we, hold on, let me just close. Let me turn that off. So you saw the retracement levels. So if we can break this resistance level here at the $4,607 level, that's going to confirm a move, N wave up, right? So we're going to get an N wave up, and we're going to meet resistance here at this next level, which is the 4829 level. And we could either see a double top there. We see the price get resisted, get a double top. But I think we're at that point, there's going to be so many shorts liquidated that we're going to go past that. So this is why we're going to get the wave 5. And I've put a very conservative target on here. This is just a Fibonacci extension to the 1 extension level. But you could see price get all the way up to these levels actually. But we're going to first target this level here, which is the $5,014 level. And that's going to be around June 2024. Now let's go to the weekly for some more detail. So on the weekly chart, guys, you can see that price has broken out of the Kumo cloud here. Okay, it's also broken this previous resistance level here, which was let me just show you guys that level real quick, which was now this is support now, but this was the 4,325 level. So you can see price's rate has just gone below. So this level, we're still not sure if it's holding as support yet, but it seems that it's been broken down. So we're going to need more information. But look at this Kumo cloud structure. This is very fat. It's very thick. That's what we want to see. So it looks like a good structure for further continuation up, like we've been seeing. So we're going to need a close above the $4,607 level to confirm this idea and this wave up. Or we're going to need a close below this 3,808 level to validate a further downside target. But we're expecting price to move up, like I said, to this $5,014 level. So let's keep an eye on that. But right now, this is very bullish. We had 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten. So we had the gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and we broke the Kumo cloud. Great Kumo cloud structure here. And we have a little ABC correction here. So I'm expecting another impulse wave back up as price finds support here, which it looks like it has. So let's keep an eye on that. But guys, just in fundamental news, Israel declares war for the first time since 1973 as death toll exceeds 700 Americans among Gaza hostages. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard the news. My prayers go out to everyone involved in the conflict. I really hope that they can resolve this soon and find some peace. But I'm going to put a link to this article for you guys to read more details about what actually happened. But just in general, from a fundamental standpoint, this, typically when there's war, it gives the U.S. government and the Federal Reserve more excuse to print more money. And so I think this plays into the narrative of this 4 to 5 wave Elliott wave higher, right? So just another, a little cherry on top for some extra information. But I'll put that link below, guys. Take a look at that. Okay, guys, now we're going to look at the Nifty 500. I noticed that a lot of my viewers are from India, and so I figured that this would be helpful for you all. But please let me know in the comments below if this is useful for you. But either way, let's get started. This is the monthly chart, and so we had a price close above the Tenkan Sen and the Kijun Sen. This is a very bullish Kumo cloud here, very big fat structure. And we had 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten signals, right? So we had the gold cross, we had price above the candles, and we had price down here break the Kumo. So we know that we're in a bullish trending market right now. You can see that here the market was consolidating, and now we've broken out of this range. And so our next target, and this is a target that we've come to find through the Ichimoku time cycles and the Fibonacci time cycles. So we are looking here at this target of 18,301, and that is, we have the target right now hitting around December 2024. But let's take a look at the weekly chart for more detail. Okay, guys, so on the weekly chart, you can see that the price, let me just zoom in here. Okay, guys, so on the weekly chart, you can see that price has broken out of the Kumo. We have 3 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten signals. So we have the gold cross, Chico span above the candles, and now we're starting to get a bullish Kumo cloud forming, right? But if we zoom in a little bit, we can see that price right now is being supported at the Tenkan Sen. We have the Kijun Sen pointing up, Senko span A pointing up, but we have Senko span B pointing flat, right? So to confirm the trend more, we're going to need a break of this resistance level at the 17,754 level, and we should expect to see price continue further up. The Kumo cloud structure is getting stronger. I'm expecting a little bit of a consolidation, so this cloud can get a little bit fatter, and the Senko span B is flat, so that usually brings price back down. But now we have another support level here, which is the 16,000 level. And so, we're going to need to keep an eye on this, but overall this is bullish, and we're expecting to reach this target by December 2024. And that's the 18,301 level. Okay, guys, now we're here, Bitcoin US dollar on the monthly chart. And so we can say right now that the market is ranging. This Kumo cloud is flat. The market just kind of bound within this range here of the 31,818 and 24,756, just a range between these two levels. So we're waiting for this to break. We had an Ichimoku death cross. We have the Chico span below the candles. And we had some resistance here at the Senko span B already. So I'm expecting further downside and a nice touch on this trend line here. But we're going to need price to close. We're going to need price to close below this 24,756 level to confirm the move down, or above this 31,818 level to cancel this idea out. But let's look at the weekly real quick. Okay, guys. So on the weekly chart, you can see that we had 2 out of the 3 Sanyoku Kyoten signals. So we had a gold cross, and we had the Chico span come above the candles. But we failed to break out of the Kumo cloud. So we do have a bullish Kumo cloud here, but price has failed to break out, and you can see it's actually been nicely resisted here along the Senko span B. So Senko span B is still acting as a resistance. That's why I'm expecting price to keep continuing down. And we also had a double top here. So there was a double top here and here. And recently we had a stochastic death cross. That's what I had. So these are all signals pointing to more downside. And so right now my target is, the next target should be around this level here. This is with the confluence of the Ichimoku time cycles also. And this is the 19,590 level. So that would be the first target. And then the next targets would be 17,414 and 15,479. But we're going to have to keep an eye on that, guys. But just, keep in mind, this is the first target here. So look to get the carrot there. Okay, guys, we're here. This is US oil on the monthly chart. And like mentioned before, guys, we had war has broken out in Israel. So I'm going to go into some fundamental aspects concerning that after we look at the chart. But let's take a look at the monthly chart first. So we had price resisted here at the Kijun-sen. We only have one out of the three bearish Senyoko Gyukoden signals. So we have this death cross here on the Ichimoku, but we still have Chico span above the candles, and we still have a bullish Kumo cloud. And so right now, guys, I'm expecting this Chico span here, which is the yellow line, to trace these candles back up. And I'm looking for a close of price above the $94.99 level here. And that's going to confirm this N wave up. And so when we see that, that's going to confirm this move up. But if we get a close below the $63 level and 73 cents, that's going to cancel out this idea. But let's look at the weekly. So guys, you can see here on the weekly, we had a Henka B here, which is a day of change. So this was matching perfectly with our time cycles, and price was resisted here at Senko span B in the Kumo cloud. So right now we have a ranging market. We're just in the cloud ranging, but we have a gold cross here. We have the Chico span is coming above the candles, and we have a bullish Kumo cloud twist forming here. So we're going to need some more consolidation, and we're going to need this cloud to get a little bit bigger, and we're going to need price to break this level, which I previously mentioned, the $94.99 level. So we're going to wait for that breakout. But guys, overall, this looks like this trend line held, and it looks like we have a price channel just extending further up, right? So it looks like we're getting support here. It looks like this idea is still intact. We did have a pretty big sell-off here recently, but I think that's going to be reversed pretty soon. And we're going to go into some fundamental aspects now. So let's start with some tweets that I saw. This one's from BBL's Ghost. I really like this account, so I recommend you guys follow this person. But it says here, oil piggy bank. By October, the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve will shrink to a 40-year low as the White House taps it to put a lid on global oil prices. So guys, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve is at an all-time low. The U.S. will need to buy back this oil at some point, and that's going to create a push on price higher, right? So we're going to need to see what happens with that. So that was one thing I saw. And then this is from Maneko64, another account that I really like. But he says, this is why Iran potentially becoming directly involved in this latest war in the Middle East would put a rocket up the oil price. And let's just zoom into that. So 20 to 30%. Oil tankers carry approximately 17 million barrels of oil each day through the strait, or 20 to 30% of the world's total consumption. Other outlets for oil exports from the regions, such as pipelines, are limited. As such, approximately 88% of all oil leaving the Persian Gulf goes via the Strait of Hormuz. So here's the Strait of Hormuz right here. I'm actually learning something new. I'm not very familiar with this strait, but it seems pretty important. And if there's problems in the area concerning war, this could also be reflected into the prices. But guys, we always say that price is the closest to reality, right? So we're already seeing the chart setting up based on Ichimoku and time cycles and Ichimoku analysis. We're already seeing that this chart is setting up for a bullish run up, right? So we're already a step ahead of the game, but it's just always nice to gather some evidence and to see what's happening in the world, just to just to back up your ideas, right? It just gives you a little extra evidence. So yeah, expect price to move higher, and our target is unchanged. Actually, no, it is a little bit changed. We pushed the date back a little bit, but we're expecting to reach $150 a barrel by January 2025. So let's keep our eye on that. We will be seeing what the price action tells us, but until then, expect the price of oil to start going up. Okay guys, now we're here at the gold US dollar chart on the monthly. And as you can see, we're having a break below the Kijun-sen, right? So we're looking to see if price closes below the Kijun-sen. We had the Chico span tracing the candles. And we had previously these long wicks here at this resistance level, the $2,081 level. And we have Senko span A and B. Senko span B is pointing up, but A is flat. And overall, this Kumo cloud structure is flat. So this is just a ranging market right now. But let's go down to the weekly for some more detail. Okay, guys. So here we are on the weekly chart. We have 2 out of the 3 bearish Senyoku Gyukoten signals on the weekly. We have the death cross, we have Chico span below the candles, and we just about have price breaking the Kumo cloud. So we're going to need to look for a break of this support level. This is the $1,810 level. So we need price to close below that to confirm this move down. And this is, if you look at this pattern, this is just a head and shoulders pattern. And this is called the neckline. So we're expecting price to break this neckline, and we should get a measured move 1-to-1 at least, which let's just measure that real quick. That's about 11.5%. So let's measure from here and see what that gives us. Yeah, so 11.5% is pretty much right down around this level here. So that's what we're looking for. We also did have a stochastic death cross here. And yeah, so one more thing. Yeah, we have head and shoulders, Kijun-sen broke down. We have N waves. You see these N waves too, guys, right? So that's also bearish. So we're going to need the close below this level, 1,810, and that's going to confirm this down. And our first target would be this level here, the 1,676 level, and then the next ultimate target would be $1,575. So that's our plan so far. And I'm sticking with that until I see something different. But yeah, guys, so that's it for gold US dollar. Oh, and just to mention, this target is around May 2024 at this $1,575 level. So May 2024. Okay, guys, now we're at silver US dollar on the monthly chart. And so, sorry for this blue background, but you're going to see what that is if you watch to the end of this. I have a little surprise for you guys. But look, we have an Ichimoku death cross here. We have the Chico span tracing the candles below. And we had a recent double top here. Boom, boom. So we're going to need price to close above the $30 level to confirm a breakout and a bullish trend. But until then, guys, I'm expecting some further downside. And right now you can see on the monthly chart, we just have a flat ranging Kumo. So I expect price to keep consolidating and price to head back down further a bit before we break out of this range. And let's check out the weekly chart real quick. Okay, guys, so on the weekly chart, you can see that we have 3 out of the 3 bearish Senyoku Gyukoten signals. So we have the death cross, we have the Chico span below the candles, and we had price break Senko span B and the Kumo cloud. But we still don't have a bearish Kumo cloud twist. The Kumo cloud this is a bullish Kumo cloud, so we're going to need to see a bearish Kumo cloud forming to get a stronger trend in the bearish direction. But right now everything's flat, so this is just technically a ranging market. But price is below the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen, and I'm expecting price to break below this support level. So this is the $19.90 support level. And I'm expecting price to reach this level here, $15.64. And this is going to be by March 2024. So yeah, we're gonna keep an eye on that. But what I want to show you guys on the monthly chart real quick is, so we've mentioned that those tensions are flaring up in Israel. And so the last time we had this happen, so the last time Israel declared war was 1973. And this was around the same time that Nixon took us off the gold standard, which was in 1971. And so if you look at the chart for silver, so this is from the low in 1971 up to the high. And so we saw a 3,600 and, this is roughly 3,606% increase in the price of silver. So that was around the same geopolitical time when Israel had previously declared war. And then, so this was the next bull market here, right? So this is from March 1991, and this went all the way to 2011. And this was 1,340% increase in the price of silver. Now, guys, the next one, so if we we can say roughly 3,000% for the next bull market. If you take 3,000% for the next bull market, that's going to put the price of silver, I really have to zoom out for this, this is crazy. So this first level here, this is around 1,340%. So if we get the same bull structure of this market, we're going to reach this target, right? Roughly. So around 169 per ounce of silver. But if we get a 3,000% increase, that's going to put the price of silver around $360 per ounce. And in my opinion, that's going to kill the current monetary system. So either way, I'm not sure how you guys feel about precious metals. Feel free to comment below. But I'm a big believer in the setup on this chart, and I do recommend everyone to own physical and not just paper derivatives. There's a lot of ETFs that say they hold physical silver and gold, but you guys need to make sure that you don't just rely on that, because if there's counterparty risk involved with that. So make sure that you have physical, and expect, if history teaches us anything, is that cycles repeat themselves. And so if either one of these cycles repeats, people stand to make a lot of money from trading silver. Now, I do think there will be some more pain before all of this happens, but this is still a good time for you to be accumulating a position. And I would even say too, you could wait until the price breaks out of this trend line here, if you want to wait. But this is a cup and handle pattern. We've talked about this before on the channel. But I just wanted to show you guys, look how much stands to be gained from this trade. 3,000% is a lot. And with no counterparty risk, it's a good deal in my opinion. So check that out, $360 per ounce. We don't have a time cycle target for that yet. But we're just keeping an eye on this actually breaking out of the cup and handle pattern. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on that, but just wanted to show you a little bit of history from the previous two bull cycles in the precious metal markets. So yeah, that's what we got. And guys, if you enjoyed the analysis today, I appreciate all the likes and subscribes. Thank you guys very much. You keep the channel going. And thanks to everyone too for all the kind messages for my post about getting married in the past couple weeks and celebrating my honeymoon. That really meant a lot to me and my wife, and we're feeling very blessed and very grateful, and I'm feeling re-energized, and I'm very excited that we've reached the 500 subscriber count. So thank you guys very much. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it, and everyone stay safe, and God bless you all. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.